Hey, Zudoragi here, coming to another video review. And today, I'll be taking a look at Leader Class Premium Megatron from the 2007 movie toy line. So here he is in his very weird spaceship mode compared to a soda can. Kinda, sorta, Leader Class sized, but again, it's kind of hard to tell because he's just a jumbled mess of pieces. Let's get that out of there. His colors are basic. A whole lot of gunmetal gray with a sort of brown shading. A very dark gold copper color, as well as black accents, some translucent red, and then white gear pieces here and there. As you can see, he's very floppy. View from above. Oh, wait, no. And view from below. As for posability in this mode, there. He can't really do much of anything. I mean, in a way, you can sort of, flip out this gun, but that's about it. There's really not much else the mode can do. He does have lights and sounds, but the lights aren't really functional in this mode. But so to activate them, there is a big button right here, and when you press it, he hits you with an ear-piercing screech. I think it's supposed to sound like him breaking through the sound barrier, but it really just breaks through my eardrums. Here, I'll give it to you one more time. I am so glad I am wearing headphones right now. He doesn't even have landing skids anywhere. Oh, he does have wheels. I didn't realize that before. This one doesn't work. Oh, there we go. So, I mean, he kind of can roll, but he really just slides. Oh, you can move that. Yeah. Okay, I guess that finishes up the vehicle mode pretty quickly, so on to the transformation. This guy being from the first movie's toy line and a Cybertronian form transformer means that his transformation isn't really anything complex. So let's just go ahead and get started. To start things off, take the nose cone of the jet, push it back until it locks into place, fold this panel down, here's his face. Come up under here and attach the legs from the wings. They just have these big tabs that go into those clips. Same thing on this side. Just bring them down one click. It just helps everything get cleared. Ugh. I know word well. Take all of this, swing it down, swivel this around. It'll lock into place. Bring all of this down. Just take these sections on the bottom, which will become his arms, and flare them out. Take the nose cone and attach it from the front of the vehicle. These two large tabs just go in there. And as you bring this back, the wings will fold up in the first movie's oh so famous automorph. Bring it up like that. You got that done. Now, these two sections don't really lock together. There are posts that will go into these little indentations right there, but it doesn't really lock. What actually locks it in place is the tab on this goes into that clip right there. So just get that out one click and locked into place. And then the arms will peg in to the sides of the body, though not the most secure connection. Unbrake his legs, and that will flatten out his feet. Get everything down and into place. Same thing here. Unbrake his legs. Down. No. Straighten his arms out. Take this long pillar section, bring it out, fold out his hand, and just leave that there. This is pretty much just going to flop everywhere. You can probably fix it by tightening the screw, but I haven't done that yet on mine. Again, lock the arm in. These connections aren't the most solid. Bring this like this, bring this up. The hands just lock into these ports with these little nubs right there, and then there's a little post that goes into this port here to hold the hands in place here. So just go ahead and get that done. Take the head, turn it around, and there is a clip inside the head that'll go onto this tab here. Oh, no, I haven't brought him far enough forward yet. Okay, there's one more step I forgot to do. There is a bar at the end of the nose cone that will slot over this clip. Now you can lock the head into place there. And now for the final piece of the transformation. Push down this little clip here, and yep, that was the gimmick for the leader class Transformers of the first movie. But Megatron doesn't even get a head reveal. He just gets these weird spike things. Yeah. He is so dusty. As far as size goes, he's pretty standard for leader class. His colors really haven't changed because, well, he hasn't really changed. He just sort of unfolded. Again, just mostly that same gunmetal gray with bits of black, copper, a dark gray, these white gear bits, and translucent red. But there is now just a little bit more of that copper showing in spots, which I guess breaks the monotony up a little bit. Anyway, to make this stick better, you'd have to tighten this screw. I'll probably do that once I get done with this review. As far as posability goes, it's interesting. Now, if you leave the transformation as it's supposed to be, his head can't move. I mean, that's what you get, because it locks into place. But if you detach it from this tab, his head can move around, but that's not normal. His arms can go up that far on decent ratchets. They can go out to the side that far on pretty good ratchets. They can swivel all the way around just above the elbow, a very tight swivel. They can not really bend all that much at the elbow, like just barely 45 degrees. As far as the hands, they're something else altogether. You can sort of get them moving in and out, but again, that's more for the transformation than any actual posability in the hands. His fingers, while rubber, can move in and out on little hinges. There actually is a decent amount of detail to them. which is pretty good. Nothing at the waist, just due to the way he transforms. But his legs can move forward just a little bit, back only a little bit, out to the side a little bit until this piece sticking up on his leg gets in the way. Can swivel decently just below the hip, and can bend that far at one joint in the leg, so roughly 90 degrees. Of course, you can break his legs as well. His feet don't really do anything because of the way he transforms. Yeah. And as I'm sure that many people have pointed out in numerous other reviews, his leg joints are weird. If you get him like this, he's okay, but a little movement, he's going to topple over. So the only way you can really get him to stand is to bring his legs forward one click, but now you've got him sort of leaning forward just a little bit when he's on a flat surface, and he's still not the most stable. Now he does have weapons. On his right arm, if you fold the hand in, again it just pegs in there, and then this little nub right here goes into that port there. So just fold that in, lock it into place, open up this, and there is a segmented chain you can bring out and just sort of leave that there. Okay, no, I had that wrong. It's this hand you want to fold it up. No, on this hand you leave it folded out. Yeah, as you can tell, it's been a few years since I've played with this guy. So what you need to do is just sort of scrunch the fingers up, and then there is a trigger, and when you press that, he throws his fist to emulate the mace he used in the movie. And there is an action feature to it. This black piece is actually on a bit of a spring-loaded slider, so if you bring it back, let's see if I can get him up, he flails it around very weirdly. So that's a thing. Again, just get that back in there, put this back up. Open. The chain folds away relatively easily. Just sort of get it folded up and get it sort of in place with friction, and then just quickly close this before it has a chance to flop out. As for the right or left arm, this is the one where you want to fold everything in. Again, nub into port. Bring this out, and it will sit like that. And then you can pull this trigger back, and it will expose these cannons. These piddly little cannons. Now originally when this toy launched, this was spring-loaded, so when you pushed it forward, it would stay like this, but as soon as you let go, it would spring back like that, which was really annoying. So what a lot of people did, including me, obviously, is just took the spring out of here, and so now it's completely manual. Now there is one other gimmick he has, and technically this isn't really a way he's supposed to use this. The way he's supposed to do it is, for anyone who's seen the movie, or I guess anyone who hasn't, near the end he puts his hands together and makes some big cannon. So to replicate that, what they did, you need to fold up both of his hands. And then there are little tabs here that have just little nubs on them that will go into the notches on this hinge. So just put them together, which normally isn't. There we go. And then, yep, that is supposed to be his big cannon from the movie. That looks dumb. So what I usually do is I just fold out both of these bits, and the way these are shaped, they just sort of nestle together pretty well, And now he has a much more impressive looking cannon. Again, it still looks really, really weird, but it looks more impressive than that. That just looks... I mean, come on, every guy has that problem, Megatron. Don't feel bad. It's just shrinkage. So just pull his arms apart and... well, that's basically it. I mean, he's not a very complicated figure. You're wondering why he is the premium version. The original version of this figure was in very hideous colors. A bright gray with weird blue accents. I mean, he almost looked like... well, basically, he almost looked like Galvatron. But, you know, just... you know, the way the animes did it. The way the anime Transformers did it for a while, where they just took Megatron and repainted him. That's what this guy looked like originally. This looks much better. Again, this... no. This still looks stupid, but it definitely looks better in these colors. And there is a way you can, you know, not have these things sticking out, and doing that's actually pretty easy. All you need to do is pop this off, separate the arms, and fold this out a little bit, and then these will just flop down, and then make sure you spring out this before you put his chest together. So I'll put all that together. Come on. Get back. And now he doesn't have those weird red thingies sticking up. And you can sort of see them under his arms, but they're not quite as obscene looking this time. At least this way he looks a little bit better. I mean, he still has a rather massive backpack, considering how he looked in the movie, but hey, it was 2007. Hasbro hadn't really gone into their really complex way of doing things yet. But with all that said, I suppose this will finish up my review of the Leader Class Premium Megatron from the first movie toy line. Until next time, bye-bye.